everybody here to the Atlantis this morning to introduce everyone to our two teams in the 2016 game, the Eastern Michigan Eagles and the Old Dominion Monarchs. We built up quite a reputation in the first 2 years of this bowl's existence. We've had two great games. One game finished with a play that was nominated, became a finalist for an ESPN ESPY Award. Last season, another great game with our teams. So in year three, we're tremendously proud and excited to have Eastern Michigan and Old Dominion here. This is the most combined victories that two teams have brought to the game. 16, 9 by Old Dominion, 7 by Eastern Michigan. We've had 14 combined in each of the first 2 years. This bowl game has had the third most amount of points scored among all the bowl games, including the national championship of 173. So we've had some tremendously high-scoring games. Obviously, we don't know when we will get this season, but that's been a great number for us and it proved that we bring exciting football to the Bahamas. We have two teams here who have done some remarkable things in a short amount of time. Eastern Michigan a year ago had 1 win. This year, 7 victories. First winning season since 1995. This is their first bowl game since 1987. And proof of those 7 victories and how impressive they were. 2 of those are against teams playing in conference championship games this weekend. Ohio tonight against our friends and 2015 champions Western Michigan from the MAC. And Wyoming, who's going to play for the Mountain West title tomorrow night. Old Dominion comes in with, again, 9 wins. They were 7-1 in conference play, and they coming on a 5-game win streak. This is Old Dominion's first bowl appearance, so we're very proud, very happy to have them here in the Bahamas for that experience, and you'll hear from the head coaches in just a little bit. At this time, I want to introduce the Executive Director of the Popeyes Bahamas Bowl, Mr. Richard Giannini. Richard?
Thank you, Chris. It's really great to be back in the Bahamas in Nassau. And this is our 3rd year, of course, of this game. And it's nice now. We know a lot of people, and we're just really great to be here. And we thank, of course, Popeyes, who is our title sponsor. And you'll have an opportunity to hear from him and Hector. We really appreciate it. It's been a great relationship with you. And the Atlantis Resort has been tremendous. Bill Coderone, their Vice President for Convention Services, who's been a great partner of ours, is in the back, and we really appreciate you, Bill. And we're just excited about the Ministry of Tourism that has been with us from day 1, too, and you'll hear from Carlos Stewart in a few minutes. But it's really an honor and a privilege for us to have this game here in the Bahamas. And ESPN is a proud operator of the game and not only operates but televises it on ESPN1. So we're thrilled to be here, and there are 2 individuals that I would personally like to thank that will be available for questions when we get through, but I'd like to introduce them. And first, the furthest away is Heather Like, who is the athletic director from Eastern Michigan. Heather just kind of wave, and we really, and then the counterpart, the athletic director is from Old Dominion, is Wood Seelig, and Wood is very familiar. He was down just a couple of weeks ago. His team played in the battle for Atlanta, so I know you all are excited to get your football team down here, and I welcome the coaches, Bobby Wilder from Old Dominion, and Chris Creighton from Eastern Michigan, and I think these 2 teams will really give an exciting show when they're here. They're familiar with each other because they played a couple years ago. They had a series, but as Chris said, we've got the teams that have had the best record of any teams coming down here so far, and we've got, I know it's going to be a very competitive football game, and it's great that it's the first opportunity for Old Dominion to ever play in a bowl game, major bowl game, and the same for Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan has played in 2 games previous, back in the 50s and one in 1987. But this is their first bowl that is any magnitude of the size of what the Popeyes Bahamas Bowl is. So we're pleased again to be here, and we were so happy to have these 2 teams, and we look forward to working with the media and working with everybody in the community in the coming weeks leading up to our game on December 23rd. It's going to be a great day, and we want to make sure we get a tremendous crowd out there because it'll be football at its finest. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. I want to introduce someone that many folks here know, not only from our bowl game, but for the Battle for Atlantis. She is the founder of this game and largely responsible for this coming to here. And you've seen what we've been able to build in 3 short years, and it's due to the hard work of everyone, and especially Lee. And I want to introduce Lee Miller with Popeyes Bahamas. Lee.
Thank you, Chris. Good afternoon. It is such an honor to be here. It's so exciting. I can't believe this is the 3rd year since Richard and I came down and got involved in this game and the launch of it. It's really amazing for ESPN to come in and take over and buy this game, and just the commitment that they have to the country to have Battle for Atlantis, to have the Atlantis Showcase, and then now to have the Popeyes Bahamas Bowl. It's really a month straight recognition of the Bahamas. No other Caribbean country can touch this. So it's really unprecedented exposure. And with the bowl announcing the 2 teams, Eastern Michigan and Old Dominion, this past week, the gentleman to my left, Hector, will tell you about the number of impressions that it's garnered already on ESPN. So it's really just an incredible thing that the Bahamas should be really, really proud of. Without sponsors, there is no game. And the gentleman to my left, Hector Munoz, the Chief Marketing Officer of Popeyes, he believed in this before it was ever a game. And we are forever grateful to him, his team, and to the company of Popeyes. And it's an even bigger testament to the company to open a franchise down here who broke every international record within the first week. So I don't know if any of you were able to see the drone picture of Popeyes, but the average lines were over 2.5 hours long to get the spicier mild chicken wings over there. So we are so, so appreciative to Hector and his team and to the company of Popeyes. So thank you very much, Hector. Also, very much a huge part of this game is the Ministry of Tourism. And Minister Welchcomb and his power team of women behind him, Virginia Kelly and Carla Stewart and Nakia DeVoe and all of you, thank you so much to the Ministry of Tourism and to what you have meant to this game. We also want to recognize the Atlantis, the president, Mr. Howard Carawan, as well as Bill Coderone and Thea Butler, Francisco, all of you. Thank you so much for helping this game, and there's really no place for a college football game for the student athletes to visit and really have an experience like the Atlantis. So we really, really want to recognize you and thank you very much for your hospitality. Coca-Cola, thank you. Thank you for helping hydrate us. Thank you for being such a pleasure to work with. We really want to thank the 2 women from Coke, Kara Douglas and Carla Wells-Lascaris. Thank you so much for Coca-Cola, as well as some of us hydrating with Click. We want to thank the Click sponsor as well. There's nothing more Bahamian than fried chicken and a nice cold Click. So thank you so much to the Click gentlemen. We want to thank the Tribune. Thank you for being our local promoter here for the game and just the promotion that you've given throughout the radio and the newspapers and just the general local media. So thank you very much to the Tribune. And thank you to the NSA. The field looks amazing. We are so excited to showcase that to 110 million people on ESPN Live. So Jeffrey Beckles and your team, Lyndon Maycock, thank you so much to everyone who helped make that possible. And lastly, I want to congratulate and thank the teams. Old Dominion, welcome back. We had them here a week ago for the Battle for Atlantis. It was such an honor to watch them play and to have all of your fans. And Wood, thank you so much for believing in this. And Eastern Michigan, thank you guys. We're really excited to see an amazing matchup and to get the game launched on December 23rd.
Lee, thank you very much. Next up is a gentleman who has been very, very engaged since coming on board with us as a title sponsor. Not only Popeyes, as we talked about, he will talk about the franchise here in the Bahamas, but when you come to the stadium on game day, we do have the Popeyes Fan Fest outside. That will happen again this year, so there'll be interactive games, an opportunity for pictures, some other things that are going on. and that will start early at the stadium. The game at 1 o'clock. I think FanFest starts at 10. So 3 hours prior to game time, we'd like everyone to come out and enjoy themselves early and then enjoy the football game. So the gentleman who's chiefly responsible for that is Hector Munoz, who's the Chief Marketing Officer in the United States for Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen. Hector?
Thanks, Chris. Good morning, everyone. I got to tell you, I'm so happy to be with you all again for the 3rd annual Popeyes Bahamas Bowl game. Hopefully by now you've all had the opportunity to taste our delicious chicken at our restaurant located on Prince Charles Road. I hope you've also had the opportunity to enjoy the hospitality provided by our franchisees, Terry and Chris Savosis, who I will tell you do a tremendous job. They bring our Louisiana-inspired cuisine to the islands each and every day, and are now in the process, as I'm sure you've read in the papers, of opening our 2nd location on Carmichael Road, in one of the busiest areas, one of the busiest business retail areas on the island, and we're really excited about that. I will tell you that the first restaurant that we opened on Prince Charles Road exceeded all expectations. Broke numerous records, as Lee indicated. I'm sure most of you hopefully went to the restaurant. There were lines out the door, lines down the street, to the point where we actually had to call police to do a little traffic control. So we apologize for that. But nonetheless, it did exceptionally well for us. And I couldn't be more pleased to be here today and to let you know about our 2nd restaurant that we're opening in less than a year, and truly is another reason for us to be here to celebrate the Popeyes Bahamas Bowl. This year again, we welcome 2 teams from the Mid-American Conference and from Conference USA. Gentlemen, congratulations on your selection. We couldn't be more proud of the 2 teams that we have in the game today. I will tell you, the last couple of games that we've had here have brought in a lot of excitement to the bowl game, to the country, and we're looking forward to yet another great game. I'll tell you, it's been exciting to be part of this, but what really has motivated me and has motivated the Popeyes family is just the excitement and the ability to get to know the coaches, to get to know the staffs, and to get to know the players. That's really what's become much more meaningful to us. So welcome Coach Bobby Waller and your Old Dominion Monarchs, and congratulations on your first bowl game appearance. You couldn't pick a better place. And welcome Coach Chris Creamy and your Eastern Michigan Eagles. What a turnaround season you all had. Congratulations with that. I promise you, your student athletes are going to have just an enriching, rewarding experience throughout the week leading up to the game. So I encourage you all to please take it all in. I will tell you, I am the father of a college football athlete, and I truly do recognize the hard work and the sacrifice that goes in to be able to put yourself in a position to be at an event like this. And at Popeyes, we also understand the values of respect, hard work, integrity, and leadership. The opportunity to do our very best each and every day, whether it be for employees, our franchisees, or the communities that we serve, is of utmost importance to us. And it's what we all share together in this room, whether it's the team from the Bahamas, the team from the Popeyes Bahamas Bowl and ESPN, and I'm sure your teams as well. And so again, I'd like to take this time to congratulate you all to what promises to be another exciting game. I'd like to also take this time to thank Carla Stewart from the Ministry of Tourism and Jeff Beckles from the National Sports Authority for everything that they do for the game. I'd like to thank Richard Giannini, Chris Pica for all they do for the game. But I'd like to especially thank the woman on my right here, Lee Miller, for her vision, for her diligence, her resilience, her perseverance, and any other adjective you want to come up with, for really putting this game together. If it wasn't for Lee, we wouldn't all be here, and we wouldn't be able to generate just the excitement that we have over the course of the last couple of years. So thank you, Lee, for everything that you do. It's going to be an exciting week. We're really excited about having the opportunity to get to know everyone and to have, obviously, a great game. And as I like to say, bowl games are better in the Bahamas, and football is better with Popeyes. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Hector. And as he mentioned, Carlos Stewart and all of the wonderful folks at the Ministry of Tourism help us so much with this game. And this game means a lot to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and we could not do it without their help and their assistance, their local promotion, the promotions in the United States. It is truly a team effort, and one of the key people is here with us today, Senior Director Carlos Stewart. Carlos?
Good morning. The Ministry of Tourism is pleased to be partnering again with Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen chain of restaurants and ESPN to host the 3rd annual Popeyes Bahamas Bowl. We welcome Old Dominion Monarchs, who will be playing in a bowl game for the first time in school history, and Eastern Michigan Eagles, who will be playing in a bowl game for the first time since 1987. We are so happy that you've accepted the invitation to be here in this year's bowl game at the Thomas Robinson Stadium. Whilst here to play football, we trust that your schedule will also allow you to enjoy some of what we offer here in Nassau and Paradise Island. Since there are over 400 players, coaches, and managers who expect to travel with the teams, this does not include family, friends, alumni. We appreciate the economic benefit that we will benefit from. Bahamians look forward to the opportunity to interact with you, and really it's an opportunity to share our true Bahamian hospitality. We extend an opportunity to you to enjoy our people, our foods, shopping, and also we have a unique Bahamian cultural village created on Arawaki, complete with junkanoo every night from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., where you can purchase authentic Bahamian foods and enjoy time with us. Us in the preceding years, ESPN TV network will take the Bahamas Popeyes Bowl into millions of homes in America, giving invaluable exposure to the sunny islands of the Bahamas at the height of winter. We must note that the Bahamas is the place where history is made in sports. Numerous world records have been broken in our tracks at the IAAF World Relays. We have had an albatross in pure silk. And of course, our Hail Mary in the first Popeyes Bowl, which was nominated for the SP Awards. To the Eagles and the Monarchs, we know that there will be some phenomenal opportunities for you to do the same as you play. The fact that you are here is already history. This year, because of the long Christmas holiday weekend and the fact that the game will take place a day earlier on December 23rd, we anticipate a great crowd at the National Stadium to cheer on the teams. We invite all residents to mark the date on their calendars. Game day is December 23rd at 1 p.m. at the Thomas Robinson Stadium. Coach Creighton, Coach Wilder, we wish you both good luck, and may your teams play hard and fair in their quest to take home the Prime Minister's Cup and bragging rights to your university. We hope your team will have a great time. As we say, bowl games are definitely better in the Bahamas.
Carla, thank you very much. With the game at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium, we've been very blessed to have a tremendous facility, and there have been a lot of upgrades to that facility ever since we first came in the 2014 game. And the gentleman who's chiefly responsible, he and his staff, for making all of that happen is Jeffrey Beckles, who is the General Manager of the National Sports Authority Bahamas. Jeffrey?
Good morning. Thank you, Chris. Good morning, everyone. Someone once said that there is no place like this place, so this must be the place, and we're happy to welcome you back to this place called the Bahamas, a place that we love and cherish. We extend our congratulations to the athletic directors, who we know you don't play, but you play hard to ensure that your teams are able to be coached and staffed and equipped to be able to play at the level they do to qualify. And we certainly extend our congratulations to both coaches who have gone through a lot. This is one's first time and one time in a long time. And so we thank you that you've been able to play at the level to be here in the Bahamas on this very, very special occasion. 3 years, and time has gone by very quickly, and we've achieved a lot in 3 years with this event, and thanks to all of our partners and sponsors and associates. But we know that one of the things that is top priority on your list as ADs and coaches is the venue, and we are very happy to say that we continue to improve our venues at the National Sports Authority. We have installed a brand new Celebration Bermuda field for you this year, so you'll get to play on a world-class field. I know you came up there yesterday to have a look at it, but I think you'll enjoy it a lot more when you get to play on it. We have done some improvements in our media and press center, team accommodations, and our fan zones. Last year we had a fantastic time in our fan zones, and we are looking for even a better time this year because the entertainment is going to be brought in and deepened. So I think the young men and women who are coming for this event will not only have a very good time here in the Bahamas, but playing in their first bowl game. This will be a memorable one, and the hardworking staff at the NSA very happy and pleased where we are at this point. We'd also like to take an opportunity to encourage Team Bahamas, all of our fans and patrons out there. This is a very special event for us, and our goal this year is to have 10,500 fans in the stadium, and which means that we need your support. Tickets are on sale. You can get them at the National Stadium. You can get them online at www.nsa-bahamas.com. And so we want you to come out. Tickets run from $10 to $35. And as you heard earlier, we've moved the game up a day and the time back 1 hour. It's the last working day of the year, followed by a very long holiday weekend. So we have every opportunity to come and make this a very fun-filled event for family and friends and football. And so we look forward to you coming. Also like to say thank you to the real hard-working heroes of this event, the student athletes who put in a lot of time, make a lot of sacrifices to make these teams and to be able to finish the season strong. But we also have some other heroes, the staff of the NSA, the Ministry of Tourism, Coca-Cola, Popeyes Bahamas, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, and then the Atlantis teams, and all of our colleagues and associates who work very hard to make this event come together so that ESPN has a quality program to show to the world, and to showcase the Bahamas to the world. And so we tip our hats to you today, and we say a hearty thank you. And so again, we welcome our teams, we welcome our colleagues, and we look forward to part 3 of the ESPN Popeyes Bahamas Bowl here in the beautiful Bahamas. Thank you again, and welcome.
Jeffrey, thank you very much for those kind words. And now we get to our 2 teams, the Eastern Michigan Eagles out of the Mid-American Conference and the Old Dominion Monarchs out of Conference USA. And the gentlemen who will be on the opposite sidelines for that game on December 23rd are with us today. And first we will hear from the head coach of Eastern Michigan, Chris Creighton. Chris, tell us a little bit about your team.
If I too could just thank Popeyes, the Atlantis, and the Ministry of Tourism here for this unbelievable opportunity. I speak for all of us at Eastern Michigan who are a part of this, whether we're able to make the trip or not. We are extremely grateful for this opportunity. It runs very, very deep. We are very, very grateful for this. 1987 was a long time ago. I was a senior in high school. I had dark brown hair. And for 29 years, at this time of year, Eastern Michigan has been turning in equipment and then turning on the television and watching other teams play in a bowl game for 29 years. And so when I say that we're grateful, we are going to be grateful for every experience and opportunity that we are going to have on on this trip. Last January, 17 seniors sat in my basement with me on a very cold Michigan night and started setting goals out for this 2016 season. And not only that night, but over a period of time, our seniors came up with a goal of going to a bowl game for the first time in 29 years. And they not only came up with that specific goal, but they came up with the process by which we were going to achieve it. And so over the last 9 months or so, you've got young men who are 21 and 22 years old leading 103 18 to 22-year-olds to achieve this goal. And I am so proud of what they have done over these 9 months. They have overcome much to be here. If you haven't seen our team's reaction when we announced that we were going to not only get to go to a bowl game, but we're going to come down to the Popeyes Bahamas Bowl, you have to find it. You have to find it. Our guys have bruises on the top of their heads because when we showed the Bahamas in the picture of the Atlantis, our guys went crazy. Again, one thing to be able to go to a bowl game, but to go to the one that I know I personally watched on TV the last 2 years and would just absolutely want to be a part of. It was a phenomenal celebration. And for a group of guys for 29 years who haven't had a whole lot to celebrate, you can imagine the excitement, the authentic, genuine excitement and gratitude that our guys have. I hope that you will look it up. It was almost 2 years ago that our athletic administration, headed by our fabulous athletic director, Heather Like, imagine this, went out and purchased passports for our football team after a 2-10 season and after not going to a bowl game for 27 years. Because she and they believed that we were going to go to a bowl game. And because the MAC had the possibility of being tied in with the great Popeyes Bahamas Bowl, she said, we've got to get passports. Because when it happens, and if it happens with the Bahamas, we have to be ready to go. And if you'll just take a moment to think about the depth of leadership and the depth of belief that our administrative team has had in our football program, it is almost unbelievable. My vision for our football program has always been to make playing football in Eastern Michigan one of the most incredible experiences of our guys' lives. Winning and winning championships is a part of that, but at the very core, I think it's about two things. It's about lifelong relationships, and it's about new experiences. And so to be able to bring our football program and all of Eagle Nation faithful out of the country to the great Bahama Islands, I can't tell you in my own heart and soul how much that means to me for our guys to get to experience their first passport and to get on a plane and to go through customs for the first time and to meet such an incredible country and the people who inhabit it. And, you know, we are going to come to visit Paradise, but I'll tell you that we are also going to want to do everything we can to spend time with people and to build those relationships because we know that this is going to be an incredible lifelong experience. And I'll also be honest, when we were told that we're going to be playing Old Dominion, you know, to have a shared experience with someone who you respect, a program that you respect and admire, and that we've had a chance to play the last 2 years. I'm telling you honestly that there was something very special about that. And they've beaten us the last 2 years. They're a fantastic program, but they've done it with class and integrity, and it's always hard when you're the winning coach after a game you don't really know what to say, but Coach Wilder has just always been genuine in all of his remarks, and I've enjoyed getting to know him and really do respect what they've done. And as coaches, we don't just look at the wins and losses, we look at how you've done it. And, you know, I can't promise you that I've got all the details of it, but we all have a pretty good feel for who people are, how they do it, why they do it, and Old Dominion is doing it right. And so for our two teams to be able to have this shared experience really is a dream come true. You are making dreams and goals come true by inviting Eastern Michigan to be here. And we are going to give you everything that we have. Off the field, we're going to be grateful, and we're going to be first class. And on the field, like we have all year, we are going to play as hard as we possibly can to give you guys an awesome game on that Friday, December 23rd. So I know I'm rambling on, but if you can't tell how excited this guy is, you're crazy. So I just want to thank you again, and cannot wait to get back down here with our guys. So thank you very much.
Coach, thank you very much for those great words. And at this time, I want to introduce the other gentleman, the other head coach of the Old Dominion Monarchs, Coach Bobby Waller. Coach?
All right, I'm working at it. Pushing that button as hard as I can. Thank you. I'm thinking that's probably the last time Chris will help me out. I got a feeling that might not happen again, but thank you. Great job by you, Chris. We have a saying with Old Dominion football. We call it living the dream. And what that means to our players and everybody in our organization is how grateful we are for everything we have. We realize how fortunate we are at Old Dominion University, and adding this to living the dream, that's what this experience will be. It's just an honor to be here. I want to thank everybody at Atlantis. Just what an incredible group of people here. Popeyes for being involved, the Bohemian Ministry of Sport, what an incredible group of people. ESPN, it's really an honor and a privilege to be here. And to Eastern Michigan, congratulations to Eastern Michigan for being here. This game is history for both schools, and that's exciting. To Richard Giannini, just an outstanding job by Richard. I can see why this just gets better and better. To Lee Miller, I've been coaching 30 years, and you meet certain people in your life that are what I call get-it-done people. Lee is a get-it-done person. I really am trying to get in good with her, so when she writes her book about these incredible accomplishments, not only the Popeyes Bahamas Bowl, but also what Lee has been able to accomplish with the Battle of Atlantis. It's really remarkable, Lee, what you've been involved with, and just an honor to be included in what you helped to build. I know when I talked to you this morning, you're giving credit to everybody else, which is who you are, but really remarkable what you've been a part of. To Chris Pike, outstanding with the communications. I know it's going to be like that the whole time we're here. Tom Snyder, I don't know if is Tom here today? No, Tom's being the turf doctor. Tom's over right now working on the field, but really impressed with meeting Tom, and to the Bohemian people that decided to put the new field in. What a remarkable job, and I know I speak for Chris, we're really grateful for what they continue to do to help in this process. To Hector, I'm really going to have to keep my eye on Hector because our players at Old Dominion love Popeyes chicken. We have a number of restaurants in the Norfolk, Virginia Beach area. How many of you people love Popeyes chicken? Raise your hands, everybody. We can admit it. Yeah, we're all in. Hector, really appreciate you getting involved with this game. And when we did our announcements, similar to what Chris was talking about, our kids were beyond excited. And then our athletic director, Wood Seelig, had Popeyes chicken brought into the team room, and we had a riot in our team room with the players diving like sharks in a feeding tank to get to the chicken. So really appreciate your involvement, Hector. And to Carla Stewart. Carla talked about bowl games being better in the Bahamas. Well, Carla, I can already tell from what I'm going to tell my players when I go back, this is going to be a remarkable experience. Thank you so much. Jeffrey, really enjoyed getting to meet you last night and talking to you about not only what you've been doing here, but our Children for Humanity program and getting involved with the young people like Chris talked about. You know, letting our kids who want to get involved and help, that's going to be a really special experience that we're excited for. Speaking to Eastern Michigan and Coach Creighton, I've gotten to know Chris the last 3 years and nothing but respect for him. And if you look at our two programs, we're very similar. We're the two underdog programs that came from down here and all of a sudden have had some pretty remarkable success. And it's easy to see when you talk to Chris and you meet people in the Eastern Michigan organization why they've had success, Chris. So congratulations to you and everybody in your organization. Speaking to our team, the Old Dominion Monarchs this year, we were 9-3. We were 7-1 in Conference USA. We tied for the best record in Conference USA. This year, we really have a remarkable group of young people. We started the season with 1 win and 2 losses, and then we had a couple things that happened that really changed us as people and as a team, and we went on to win 8 of our last 9 games this season, which is a credit to everyone involved with our program, players, coaches, everybody in our family that worked with the young people. We have 14 remarkable seniors that over the course of their career, they've been 39 and 22 in their 5 years, and they have a really unique story because we only started playing football 8 years ago. We're a brand new program, and we started as a smaller program, and we've since worked our way up, but our 5th-year seniors were part of a championship in 1AA football, which is the level just below where we are now, and here they are 5 years later making history at Old Dominion, leading us to our first ever bowl game. So those 14 seniors are just remarkable young men. They're part of a group of young men. We have 114 players on our team, and I like to tell people I have 114 sons that I'm the proud father of. Any mothers out here that have 114 boys? Okay, I didn't think so. Okay. But it's a really special feeling to be a part of a group of young men that have accomplished special things. You'll see when we're here, when we play in the game, on the front of our helmets it says aim high. And those 2 words mean everything to our program. What aim high means is we are all about every day trying to be great people. We're trying to be great students, and we're trying to be great football players. We're trying to not only do well on the football field, but we're trying to have an impact in our world. We're trying to become future leaders of our country, and that's what aim high means, and that's what you'll see and hear a lot from Old Dominion football, because that's what we stand for. We have tremendous support from our school. We've got a team of tremendous people that are here, led by our athletic director, Wood Seelig. The support has been incredible. We've only had 54 home games in the history of Old Dominion football, and all 54 have been sellouts. Our games are always sold out. We're proud to say we're the only team in the history of college football that has sold out every home game we have ever played. And Carla, we're going to try to bring them all with us. We're going to work really hard at that to get every one of those 21,000 people here at this game. But that's something just to show you how remarkable the experience has been at Old Dominion University and with our football program, how people love Old Dominion football and are very, very supportive of what we do. So to everybody, thank you from Old Dominion football. It's an honor on behalf of my boss, Wood Seelig, our athletic director. Something a lot of people don't know, Wood Seelig came to Old Dominion from Western Kentucky, where they took a program that was 1AA and moved it to 1A, and then he comes to Old Dominion and takes the program and moves it from 1AA to 1A. Well, guess who had the 2 best records in Conference USA this year? Old Dominion and Western Kentucky. We were both 9-3, so that's a credit to Wood Seelig. It's a credit to our president, John Broderick, and everybody in our administration for being supportive. So thank you again. We're honored to be here and really excited to be a part of this.